Hello and welcome to yet another great topic in marketing, digital marketing and social networking. This is Mamurjan Rahimov at Webster University in Tashkent. This video has become possible thanks to generous support of UNESCO Unitwin Open Courseware Open Education Resource Initiative. Here are our learning outcomes. So we're going to learn about digital media, digital marketing, electronic marketing, better known as e-marketing. Summarize the growth and importance of digital marketing, describe different types of digital media and how they can be used for marketing, critique the 7 different ways consumers use digital media, describe how digital media affect the 4 variables of the marketing mix, and identify legal and ethical considerations in digital marketing. So let's start with definitions. Electronic media that function using digital codes. That is digital media. It includes computers, cell phones, smartphones, and other digital devices. Digital marketing uses all this digital media, including the internet, mobile, and interactive channels, to develop communication and exchanges with customers. As you know, marketing is based on exchange. It's a central concept, one of the central concepts of marketing. So here, technology enables faster exchange and feedback loop. Electronic marketing, better known as e-marketing, is the strategic process of distributing, promoting, pricing products, and discovering the desires of customers using digital media and digital marketing. Every time you scan your card or you scan your phone, if it is used for payments, every time you make an online payment, all of this is registered, and uh, sellers, companies, they each time they discover more about you, so that they can improve their marketing programs. So e-marketing allows marketers and customers to share information. Until quite recently, marketing has been pretty much one-sided. So one marketing manager in the company pushed the marketing efforts onto the markets, onto the consumers, and it was possible to give feedback, but it was a lengthy and time-consuming process. So you had to sit down and write a letter or make a phone call to the call center. Now it's possible to target markets more precisely and reach markets previously inaccessible. The great example is Amazon. Amazon is one of the companies which revolutionized retail, and it revolutionized e-marketing. And because of that, it's one of the reasons why the currently Jeff Bezos, the founder of the company, has become the richest person in the world. I have been a customer of Amazon almost from the beginning, and I've seen this tremendous growth they achieved over the years. When I was a student, Amazon was just a bookseller, online bookseller, and I bought most of my textbooks from Amazon during my student years. So this table summarizes some of the important characteristics of online media, and one of the things that we already discussed is that the ability of marketers to identify customers before they make a purchase. So special algorithms, they make they analyze your previous purchases, and they can predict your next purchase, and they can actually offer you more or similar products in order to make you act on it. Okay, so that's why social media has become even more popular in the context of e-marketing. The main distinguishing characteristics of digital media is their interactivity. Traditionally, customers faced, as I said, lengthy, dissatisfying experience when supplying feedback. I remember calling companies and in order to find out answers to my questions, and oftentimes I never got a satisfying answer. But digital media allows interaction in real time. In fact, um, in Uzbekistan, some of the major companies, such as Korzinka Uz, it's a retail chain, you can reach the CEO within 24 hours, and most likely he will respond personally to your complaints or to your feedback. So this is amazing interactivity. It helps marketers maintain high quality relationships with existing customers and allows customers to develop relationships with each other. So one of the examples is uh, Uzbek consumer society, online consumer society, better known as Patribiteli.uz, which is most active on Facebook. It has its own website as well, but it's uh, quite one of the most popular sites where consumers share feedback and their experiences about certain brands and certain products. Two major trends have caused consumer-generated information to gain importance. Uh, the increased tendency of consumers to publish their own thoughts, opinions, and reviews, and product discussions through blogs or digital media. Consumers' tendencies to trust each other uh, over corporations. So marketers can use these online forums to interact with consumers, address problems, and promote their company. So many Uzbek companies, both private and public, they have presence in Patribitili.uz. So these are different types of digital media, and some people use most of these tools, whereas certain people are very quite selective. For example, I rarely visit podcasts and maybe a little bit more blogs, but out of social networks, I use uh, Telegram, Facebook, and I have account in Instagram, but it was because of marketing done by a tobacco company called Lyft in Uzbekistan. So they gave away some samples of their products for people signing up to their Instagram account, and I just to see their marketing, I signed up on Instagram, but I rarely use it. And there are so many video sharing sites, virtual reality sites. We're gonna see that later, and we'll talk about some of the applications. So in recent years, in the past decade, social network has become very popular. So friends, family, colleagues, they use these platforms to interact with each other, to keep in touch. Nowadays, like I have found a lot of my old friends thanks to Facebook, and I'm keeping in touch with them, especially in the times of the worldwide lockdown and quarantine. I can actually check on them, and I can share some thoughts and analysis with my friends throughout the world, such as United States, South Korea, Turkey, and many other countries actually. So, of course, there are negative things as well, but social networks provide the great opportunity for marketers to promote products, handle questions and complaints, provide information to assist customers in buying decisions. Um, the wide variety of social networks allow consumers for both personal and business purposes. Now, in a recent research that we conducted for a large company, for international company operating in Uzbekistan, I was really shocked to find out that Uzbek youth, we surveyed both males and females up to the age of 28. They spent very little time in front of TV, if at all. I'm talking about less than an hour, less than half an hour a day, or but they spend most of their time on social networks such as Telegram, Instagram, and Facebook, and so many others. And they get their news, they get their reviews, they socialize, and they get entertained online. So uh, more and more people have moved away. So younger generation has moved away from TV. TV has become an old medium of mass communication. So companies have been shifting their budgets to social networks. And now this social networking used by age. Keep in mind this is for the United States and for several years ago. But generally, this trend is true. Younger people tend to spend more of their time online than the older people. But it's interestingly the quarantine measures have locked millions. Actually, they say more than 2 billion people are under quarantine at home throughout the world. Most of them in India, like 1.3 billion people in India, and the rest are spread throughout the world. They are under quarantine, and even older people now have becoming more active in online in social networks. So even my teachers who hated social networks, they hated phones with touchscreen. They have been slowly joining and learning how to use social networks. So this is an amazing, shift, technological shift worldwide, particularly in developing countries where the social network use hasn't been as high as in more developed countries, especially among elder generation. I follow some blogs and you know personal websites of famous people, particularly setgodin.com. I would like to recommend you all to subscribe to this blog because setgodin.com is known as one of the most popular marketing blogs in the world. There is even a Russian website which automatically takes the post made by Seth Godin, who is one of the most top 10, I would say, marketers in the world, and translates his blogs into Russian automatically. So, wiki, in recent years, wiki means easy. So, wiki is a type of software that creates an interface enabling users to add or edit content of some types of websites. Our students they use Wikipedia to get to know any topic quickly, but we strongly discourage students from solely relying on Wikipedia for as their secondary source because anyone could actually add or edit the content in these websites. But it's good as a starting point, but please do not include it in your references. Do not heavily rely on this website. Now there are many media sharing sites, where people can share photos, they can share videos. Many countries have developed their own versions of these media sharing websites. I have installed several podcasts on my iPad, but I haven't used them a lot. But I know some people who conduct regular podcasts and they listen to podcasts regularly, and it's another way for people to keep learning and exploring new subjects, new topics. Now, next, I would like to talk about virtual sites, particularly SecondLife.com. I don't know much about the others, like EverQuest, SimCity, and the World of Warcraft, but I think SecondLife.com, it is a virtual sites where millions of people spend their time there. And one of the reasons that we kind of discussed this briefly in our class is that people who cannot achieve their dreams, and they're trying to escape imperfections of this real lives, they sign up in Second Life, where they can have their own avatar, they can dress it up the way they want, and they can look younger and more fit, and they can have their dream houses and dream cars in secondlife.com. That's one reason I think that's psychological, and it's one of the major reasons millions of people worldwide, use this kind of virtual sites. They date online, they study online, they work online, so they undergo job interviews online like that. But also, it's an opportunity for people to earn money in virtual sites. So in SecondLife.com, major corporations have set up their offices. They hire people there. They have stores. They sell virtual goods for these avatars, uh, which populate this virtual world, hoping that whatever is popular, it's like a cheaper version of experimental store. They can experiment virtually with colors and designs. For example, Adidas can experiment their colors of their shoes and designs, and the most popular ones they can actually produce in real life. And they rightly assume that most likely whatever is most popular in virtual sites will be also popular in real life. So for people who work there, who live there, it's an opportunity to earn money by working and living there. And so interestingly, the currency of that world can be freely converted to American dollars. So I have been I have been observing this website for quite many years as an economist, because my master's degree is in economics, and I came across this website many years ago, and I read many scientific articles about the phenomenon of virtual sites and how they operate from economic point of view. I even have an account where I signed up and to see what it really is. And as students of marketing, I would like to recommend you also to sign up and to explore this world, to better understand how marketing works in virtual reality. And as we can all see, this is where the whole world is going. So that would be a good investment of your time, and good experience for you to set up your own virtual companies in the future, maybe in this virtual world or another. But this is really where the world is going right now. So let's pause it here. When we come back, we'll continue talking, and our next slide is on mobile devices.